Hey guys, welcome to the lab. Back with another episode of Behind the Brims. Today we'll be talking about the RaMean 2.0. It was a collaboration between Manny Cartoon Studio and the Capologists, and it just launched today. So wanted to take some time out to kind of explain to you guys what the design is all about and how it came about, and kind of the history behind the cap. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and let me know in the comments what you think about the hat. So first things first, let's take a look. So Manny Cartoon Studio, I was introduced to him first through the Clink Room. He had a design go up about 2 years ago, almost 3 probably. It was called Your Poison by Manny Cartoon Studio. Love this design. I think right off the hop, this was his first design ever for a New Era cap. He had reached out to me after I commented on it, and he was a super nice guy, thanking me for the kind words I said about the hat. I ended up pre-ordering it. It's still one of my favorite Clink Room hats, Clink Room designs to date. But yeah, super cool guy, super down to earth. We ended up doing a couple collabs together. I think RaMean was the second collab we ever did. So here are the initial sketches. So the one on the left in the middle were kind of his first sketches. I'd asked him to do a couple changes. So number one, I wanted that that piece of fake seafood or whatever it is. I don't even know what it's called, but I wanted that piece added to the bowl of ramen. And one thing I made sure I told him, even though it looks cool with the chopsticks stabbed into the bowl, culturally, for Chinese, it's a really big faux pas. For most Asians, I would assume, but either way, kind of disrespectful to stab your chopsticks in your food. It's number one is bad luck. Number two, it invokes, I guess, the imagery of burning incense. So you're kind of inviting bad juju into your house if you do that to your food. As someone who's Chinese, I would never be allowed to do that at my house. So those were the two things I told him to add. So we had to play with the positioning of the chopsticks right away. So the edit on the bottom is kind of where I showed him where I wanted the chopsticks, and then the extra piece there to add to the ramen to make it a little bit more quote unquote authentic. So these were kind of the changes he added, and some of the different chopstick positions. I think we ended up opting for the one on the far left and far right, top right. But yeah, the cross chopsticks is kind of cool, but again, something you were not allowed to do in my household growing up, so we ended up not going that style. It's unfortunate because the position of the chopsticks in, like, stabbed in, looks cool, and the cross chopsticks looks cool, but it's just something that you were never really allowed to do. So yeah, that's the original kind of art. These were some of the original mock-ups based on the art that I kind of put together. 2021 chrome off-white hats were kind of a thing, and they were in, so I mocked up a bunch of different ways to do it. And then that sloth with the beakers is kind of like a collab of both of our logos put together. So we use that as the Batterman. And then this one was the Cardinal Red. We had one version with the white front panel. The other version on the left is probably what ended up closest being used. Kind of reminded Manny, I think, of a ramen cup noodle brand. So This one was the one that we kind of went to use. So this is our old mock-ups. This was a time when Capologists only did pre-orders. So we would do a pre-order on our site, get as many orders as we could, and then we would order a couple extras as the leftovers, because with pre-orders, they always look better in hand. Well, I mean, the hat always going to look better in hand than it would on a mock-up like this. But yeah, these are some of our early mock-ups, man. Kind of takes me back. Yeah. Manny ended up sending one of the hats to Burt Kreischer. I remember him being really excited about that. That was pretty cool to see Burt wear this hat. I think he was on tour. He ended up traveling with that bus and kind of wearing this hat a lot. I remember him wearing it during a couple episodes of Two Bears, One Cave. But yeah, it was a really cool thing. And then there's just Manny just doing a time lapse of coloring it in. But yeah, Manny's always been a great partner for us to work with. Great artist. Super excited about having his creations come to life and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, can't say enough good things about Manny, and I'm really happy to have met him. Yeah, some of the finished product shots. This was during a time when the pre-orders took freaking forever to arrive, so we ended up including and making the pin down there that you see, and just including it with anyone who pre-ordered the hat. I think I might still have a couple extras of those pins lying around, but yeah, just as like kind of like a thank you for your patience, we ended up including those pins with anyone who waited out the pre-order, and we ended up making the bowl of ramen pin as something that you can add on the side. But yeah, really happy with this hat. Cardinal red, gray, unintentionally kind of FSU colors, school that Burt Kreischer went to, kind of Washington Redskins ish as well. But yeah, just like a fun little hat. This is the mock-up of the 2.0. We ended up using brick red instead of cardinal red, so a little bit of a difference there in color. We still understand it's very similar in the color there. And then we use that kind of Vegas gold, similar to what like the Astros would have used at the time when they wore the brick. But yeah, nice simple two-tone, black with a gray under, Manny's logo at the back, and some finished product shots. I can't take any credit for these. These are all Tony. Tony did these shots. These are hella cool with the bowl. Yeah. So any hat that is purchased from our site directly will get this free pin come with it. So we're doing our best to kind of add some value, do some different stuff with our releases to make them just a little bit extra cool. So you get a pin that comes with it. Pin also available for a side purchase if you just want the pin and don't want the hat. You can buy that as well. So yeah, so you can get this hat now. Thecapologist.com just launched. We've already sold through a couple of them, so hopefully you can score your size. I know 778 is sold out already, but the rest of the sizes should be still available to you. Let me know in the comments if this is something that is interesting to you. Would you like to see this in a new colorway? Did you cop the new one? Did you cop the old one? Just let me know. But yeah, this is Leon for Leon in the Lab. Until next time, stay fitted. Peace.